Yes, is screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So let me check my device. Yeah, it's all working. Okay, so we'll start our class. Okay, so here we have got. Okay, so we are doing a projectile motion. Let's see that. Okay, so what is the question? It says that a ball is kicked horizontally at 8 meter per second from a cliff of 80-meter height. How far from the base of the cliff does the ball strike the ground? Right. Okay, so this is question number one. Let's see this. Okay, so let's try to work on this. So it has been, there is a ball and that has been kicked from a, you can say, cliff, right? So let this be the ball. Okay, so if this is the ball and it has been kicked, okay, 8 meter, so horizontal component is 8 meter per second, right? And the height is how much? That is 80 meter, right? Okay, so that is the height. Okay, how far from the base the cliff does the ball strike the ground? Yes, what has to be the answer for this? Yes, so the ball will go like this and it may drop over here, right? Okay, so ball is this. So what is this distance that has been asked? Okay, so how to do it? Yes, first thing is that that this distance x is nothing but x is going to be 8 into time t for the ball has been in the air. The t is the time for ball to be in air, right? Yes, is that okay?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So how much has to be that time? Let's see. So that time has to be when the ball has fallen or traveled 80 meters, right? So that is nothing but 80 is equal to half gt square, right? That what it is going to be. So you can say if I take g as 10, so this is going to be 16 as t square. So my time will be 4 seconds. Okay. So the ball is in the air for 4 seconds. So how far it is going to like land away? That is 8 into 4, 32 meters, right? Yes, is this okay?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So let me save this and say, let me create a folder over here. And this is question number one. Okay, then let's move. We'll try to do another question. Okay, let me try to do another question. Okay, how long? Okay, let me clear this. How long will a shell fired from a cliff at an initial velocity of 800 per meter per second at 30 degree below the horizontal take to reach the ground 150 meter below it? Okay, so there is a cliff again. So let me mark this. This is question number two. Okay, so there is a cliff. So there is a height. Okay, so there is a height. Okay, now what is saying that how long will a shell? Okay, so there is a shell which has been fired from a cliff at an initial velocity of, so there is an initial velocity and at 30 degree, okay, below the horizontal, right? So let me draw the horizontal. So horizontal is this, right? So you can say that a shell has been fired. So you can say that, say like this may be that, and it has been fired at you can say 30 degree. Okay, the shell has been fired like this. Okay, so it will go like this, right? So this is fired at an angle of 30 degree. Okay, at 30 degree below the horizontal, right? So this angle is what? That is 30 degree. Okay, and it has been fired with the velocity of how much? So this velocity is given as, we can say, okay, so what I think to jumping here. this velocity is, you can say, u, that is 800 meter per second, right? That's what it is. Okay, take to reach the ground 150 meter below it. So what is this height? So this height is 150 meter, right? This is the case, right? So we have to calculate how long will a shell fire. So what is the time it will take for this shell to reach the ground, right? Yes, it is this. Yes or no? Okay, so that is the story. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see. So it will have a horizontal component, right? So there will be a horizontal component of, you can say, this velocity, and that horizontal component is going to be what? It is, you can say, it is u cos of minus 30 degree, that is again 30 degree, right? What is cos 30 degree? That is root 3 by 2, right? So it is root 3 by 2 of u, right? And then it will have a vertical component also, right? So this is the vertical component. So what is this vertical component? It is going to be, you can say, it is u sine of minus 30 degree, you can say, right? So this is minus u by 2, right? So this value is how much? So this value is minus 400 meter per second, right? This is, you can say, initial component of, you can say, this is uy, okay, and this is ux, and that is, you can say, 400 root 3. Yes, it is like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what I can say, now this I know the distance, right? Okay, so this distance vertically it is traveling is 150 meters. Okay, so this is y. Okay, so y movement will be given by, you can say, y is, it is uy into t, right? Which t I don't know, I know the acceleration, right? So g will be acting downwards, and this g is going to be what? So this g is, you can say, the value is 150. So let's take this as 10 meter per second square. Okay, so let's take that, and let me rewrite this particular, you can say, expression, because I don't know the time, and that time I have to calculate. So I know g, and I know, you can say, so what is the value I am going to use? I cannot use, I don't know the final velocity also. Okay, I know the distance. So distance is y, and okay, it is y, that is uy, right? Uy into t. I don't know the time. Okay, and this is also okay. Then it is minus half gt square. Okay, so I know this. Yeah, here I don't know. Okay, I just accept the time. I know everything, right? So this is 150. I will keep this as minus. Okay, because the sign has been taken care of. So I will use as minus because the body is moving down. So this is minus 150, and uy it is minus 400 t, right? And that is minus half tan t square, right? The equation will be this. So all the variables, they are in terms of t, right? And that what he is asking. This is 5. So I can say this as 80, and this as minus 30. So I can say this as 5t, you can say 5 is gone. So this will become t square minus, you can say, plus 80t minus 30 equal to 0, right? Okay, so what has to be the time? The time has to be, you can say, it is minus 80 plus minus, this is 80 square, right? And this is plus 4 into 30 divided by 2, right? So these are going to be 2 times. So negative time we are going to omit, so we are going to consider only positive time. So 80 square is, you can say, 6400, and then 4 into 30, that is 120. Okay, so if this is 6520. Okay, so square root of 6520, how much it is? The square root of 6520. So if I have to find 6520, this square has to be, you can say, 85 square is how much? That is 25. 8 into 9, that is 72. Okay, and what about 75 square? That is 5625. Okay, so this value is somewhere 81 or 82 something it will be, right? So let's try to find out what is the square root is. So this is 8, 64 and it is 120, right? So this is 16 and this is going to be 80 and it will be in seconds, right? Obviously the speed is very high, so it will be 00. So 80 point and then it is 160 and then what has to be this value? How much has to be multiplied to make it 120? That has to be around 90 or something. Okay, so I think 18.9 it is going to be, or let's work it out with the help of my calculator. That is going to be 6520. So 80.75 it is. Okay, so 80.75. Okay, so if you see this difference, this time is going to be, you can say, 0.75 by 2, this much seconds. Okay, so this time is you can say this time is going to be in seconds. All unit are in meter per second. Yeah, so this is second, so this much, so 0.37 you can say 38 seconds approximately. Okay, so it will take 0.38 seconds for this body will be in the air, right? So that what is the question he is asking. Okay, how long will the shell fired from a cliff at an initial velocity of this below the horizon take to reach the ground? 150. So that is the time it will take, right? Yes, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so like that it need to be okay. Let's let me say this, and this is question number 2. Okay, then let's see. We'll try to check question number 3. Okay, let's check this. What does this particular question say? This is question 3. Okay, an egg is thrown horizontally, right? Okay, an egg is thrown horizontally off a 60-meter high roof. So there is an egg which has been thrown horizontally, okay, of a 60-meter high roof with an initial velocity of 6.5 meter per second, right? Okay, so there is a roof. Let me draw the roof. Let this be the roof. Okay, roof of the building. So something like this. Okay, so there is a roof over here. Okay, an egg is thrown horizontally off. Okay, 60-meter high. So the height of this is 60 meter, right? That what is given to us. Okay, with an initial velocity of 6.5 meter per second, right? Thrown horizontally. So there is an egg. The egg is like this. It has been thrown horizontally at 6.5 meter per second. That's what it is. How long does it take to hit the ground? Okay, so again, it is going to take some time to reach over here, and the egg will be gone. Okay, so it is like this. So first thing is that we have to calculate this time, and the second is how far from the building, right, does it hit the ground, right? Okay, so he's talking about we have to find this distance x. Okay, so that distance is of our interest. Okay, let's see how to do this. Now to do this, okay, so this is 60-meter height, so I can say this is okay, so there is uy is equal to 0. That's what we know. So you can say here, since uy is 0, so you can say minus 60 is nothing, it is minus of half gt square. So that will directly give us the time. Okay, so if I take g is equal to 10 meter per second square, okay, so that is going to give me you can say the time, that is 2 into 6 square root of that, so square root of 12, so this is 2 root 3 seconds. Okay, so this is you can say 1.7 and 3.4 seconds approximately. So 3.4 seconds approximately, right? That's what I'm going to say. Okay, so and how far, right? So x is equal to what? It is u into t, right? So u is 6.5 into 2 root 3. So this is, you can say, 13 root 3 meter. Okay, so that far it is going to land up, right? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So this is question number 3. Okay, then let's see next question. which is question number 4. Okay, this is question number 4. Let's check that. A diver jumps off a pier at an angle of 25 degree above the horizontal. Okay, so okay, with an initial velocity of 3.2 meter per second. How far from the pier does the diver hit the water if the water is 1 meter below the pier? Okay, so let me consider a ship which is in the form of cruise. Okay, or something like this, and there is a diver which is over here, and it takes the dive at an angle of 25 degree with the horizontal, right? So it goes like this, and it's going to, you can say, it's going to land in the water. Okay, and the water is, you can say here, this is the water. Okay, and this water is at a depth of 1 meter from here. Okay, that is the information given with an initial. So here initial speed. Okay, so here u is 3.2 meter per second, right? That's what it is given. Okay, all right, and this angle is 25 degree. That's what it is, right? For this, definitely, obviously, we have to use the table because the angle is given like this. Okay, so let's try to see. So it will have a, you can say, horizontal component. Okay, so this is going to be, this horizontal component is going to be nothing but it is u cos 25 degree, and this is vertical component, and this vertical component is going to be, you can say, it is u sine 25 degree, right? Okay, let me use you can say a lighter color for this. So this is u sine 25 degree, right? So this is initial velocity component, and this is 1 meter. So we can say that if I consider this, okay, so here if you see, no, conservation of energy, if you want to apply the conservation of energy, here potential energy has become 0 because this diver has gone up, and then it, so here the potential energy has to be same. So you can say here the velocity is going to be same, right? That is 3.2 meter per second, right? So that's what it is. So it will have a component over here, so it will be like this. Okay, so let me, so it will have a component over here like this, and it will have this component. Okay, so here you can say that my final Vx component, it is going to be what? It is going to be, you can say, it is ux plus ax into t, right? So but ax is equal to 0, so what you can say, Vx is always ux. Yes, that what it is. Okay, so what it is going to be, so you can say this as nothing but this is going to be u cos 25 degree, right? So that value is same. Now what you can say about once you know this, you can find Vy actually. Okay, if you want to apply you can say Vy, it is going to be what? It is going to be because these two components are going to be perpendicular, so this is going to be Vy, and this was Vx, right? So this is, you can say, V square minus Vx square. You will get Vy component. Okay, so this is going to be what? You see that this is V square, so that is 3.2 square minus this is what? This is 3.2 square cos square 25, right? Right, that what it is. So if you take 3.2 common, it will become you can say 3.2 sine alpha, sine 25 degree, it is going to come out. So again you see that here the angle is going to be what? The angle is going to be 25 degree again back, right? Yes, is this observation okay?
Sir.
Okay, so again this angle is going to be the same, it is 25 degree. Now here you can apply that since till here we can find the time because this is now a projectile motion, so you can find this is the range, right? With the, okay, so this distance and plus some distance will be over here, and that distance is nothing, it will be given like a body which has been projected down with 25 degree and horizontal component as this. Okay, so this is going to be, you can say, the extra distance moved, so this is x is, you can say, ux cos not ux, it is you can say u cos 25, u cos 25 degree, and this time as t1 after that. Okay, and this height is 1 meter. Okay, now this height as 1 meter, it is going to be, you can say 1. It is the y component, which is you can say 3.2 into 7.2 sine 25 degree. That value you can calculate it, and this you can say Vy, okay, t minus half gt square, gt1 square it is, right? So here all components are known. If I take my g as 10 meter per second square, right? Okay, so if I take that and I know this value, let's first calculate this. What is Vy? And we know obviously, right, this time, right? So he is interested in the time. That's what he is asking here. Okay, how far from the pier does the diver hit the water? Okay, so he is interested in the you can say distance. So this x distance is this, and this is the range. This is the range. Okay, so it will be x plus this one. So we want a time, right? To find a time, first let's calculate Vy. What is Vy? Okay, let's see this. Yes, what is going to be this? This is 3.2 into sine 25, right? So 3.2 into sine of you can say 25 degree. Okay, so this value is going to be come out to be 1.35 meter per second, right? Yes, that's what it is. Okay, so this is known to me. 1 is equal to 1.35 t1, okay, minus half into 10, that is 5 it will be, and t1 square. So if I work on this, and then what I can say, my t1 is going to be if I this is going to be 1 this is going to be minus 1.35, so it will be 1.35 plus and minus of 1.35 square, right? And then it is this is going to be plus, right? So this time is I can say this as 5 t1 square minus 1.35 t1, and then it is going to be plus 1. Okay, so this is minus 4 into 5, that is coming imaginary time. Okay, I think there is some mistake over here, like 1.35 meter per second. Okay, this will be minus 1. Okay, that is the error here. So it will become minus 1. Okay, so it will be plus, right? Yes, that is the sign problem. There it was. Okay, so you see that this is going to be minus. Okay, so that because of that it is happening that. So what is this value going to be? Divided by, you can say 10. So what is the time t1? Yes, so we are going to consider only positive time, right? So positive, so what has to be this? So this is 20 and 1.35 square, right? So that is, you can say 21.825 plus 20, right? So 21.825, that's what it is. And if I take the square root of this, you can say square root of 21.85, so this value will be 4.67. Okay, 4.674 plus 1.35, okay, divided by 10. So I will get the time t1 is equal to how much? Yes, so this is 4.674 plus 1.35, so this value is 6.024, so it is 0.6024 seconds, right? For this journey he is taking the time of 0.6024 seconds, right? And what is this you can say, so x is going to be what? So it is going to be, again let's calculate u cos 25, how much is this? So that value is, you can say 3.2 into cos of 25, so that is equal to 2.9. so this is equal to 2.9, so you can say this is 2.9 into this much second, so x is equal to 2.9 into 0.6, okay, into 0.6, so this value will be 1.74 meters, 1.74 meters, right? So this is this distance. Now till here it is the range, right? What is the range? Range is always given by, yes, it is u square sine 50 degree, right, upon g, right? Yes, it is going to be that. Yes or no? Okay.
Sir.
Okay, so what is this value? So this is going to be 3.2 square sine of 50 degree by 10. So what has to be this answer? So this answer has to be, you can say, this is 3.2, that is 10.24. It will become 1. This is 1.024 multiplied with sine 50 degree. So sine of 50 degree. So this value is 0.766 multiplied with 1.024. So this is 0.78 meters, right? So total, you can say, is how much is the distance? Total distance is going to be how much? So this total distance is going to be, you can say, this is 0.78 plus 1.74. Okay, so this is plus 1.74. So this value is, you can say, 2.52 meters. Okay, so this diver or swimmer, it is going to land at after 2.52 meters from the pier. Yes, is that okay? Okay, so here host of things to be, you can say, observed. That first thing is that this angle is going to be the same as this one if you draw a horizontal line. Okay, so the two angles are going to be same. The horizontal component remains the same and vertical component remains the same, right? So that is the first thing, and here it is the range. So if anything is happening after that, it has to be range plus some distance. And what has to be that distance? That can be calculated by putting this as a cliff. You can imagine that as a cliff and the motion is taking place at a, you can say, with same angle downward side, right? Yes, is that okay? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me save this as question number 3, right? Question number 4 it is. Okay, so like that. Then let's try to work on the other problem. Should I clear it? Okay, anyhow this will be available. Let's see this one. What I say that a bullet is fired at an angle of 60 degree above the horizontal. Okay. Velocity of the bullet is 200 meters. And what is the maximum height reached by the bullet? How long is the bullet in the air if it ends up this at the same height it was fired from? Okay. Okay. So let's try to see. So let's take, you can say, a gun. So the gun is something like this. Okay, and a bullet has been fired, right? So the bullet has been fired, and that bullet goes like this. It attains a maximum height, and again it lands at the same height from which it was fired, right? So let that particular height be this. Okay, so this is this is question number 5. Let's see this. Okay, so this is the scenario. Okay, so in this scenario it has been talked about. Okay, so the velocity of the bullet and what is the angle given to us? The angle given to us is 60 degree. This is 60 degree, and the velocity with which it has been fired. So this velocity is given as, you can say, u as 200 meter per second. Okay, and at an angle of 60 degree. Okay, so what is the maximum height reached by the bullet, and how long is the bullet in the air if it ends up at the same height it was fired? Okay, so we have to calculate the time. Okay, we have to calculate this time, and what is this maximum height attained, right? So that is the things which we have to calculate. Yes, yes, yes. Are you people listening? Yes, Anshu.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So how to find H max? What is the formula for H max? Okay, so it will have two components, right? So first thing is that it will have uy, that is u sine u, or you can say, sorry, this is ux. Okay, so it will have two components. First thing is that it is going to have ux, that is u cos 60 degree, right? What is cos 60 degree value? It is root 3, right? So it is going to be, you can say, this is 100 root 3. Okay, and this is going to be, you can say, it will have a vertical component. Vertical component is going to be like this. So this vertical component is going to be what? This vertical component will be u sine 60 degree, that is 100 meter per second, right? Okay, so that is 100 meter per second, right? Okay, so this is what it is. Now we know that here the Vy component will be 0. So this is nothing but time of half flight, right? So time of, you can say, to reach here, it is going to be what? It is going to be u sine of 60 degree divided by g, right? That what it is. So how much is this value? That is 100 by, let's take g as 10. Okay, let's take g as 10 meter per second square. So this time will be what? This time will be, you can say, 10 seconds. So it will take 10 seconds to reach the maximum height, and the total time. So the total time will become what? So total time t is equal to 2t. That is equal to 20 seconds. Okay. So this is the 20 seconds for which the bullet will be in the air, right? And what is the maximum height attained? So maximum height attained will be given by h max. It will be half gt square. Okay. So this is equal to half into 10, you can say, and then it is the time to reach that height is 10, that is 10 square. So this is 500 meters. Okay, so this height will be how much? So this height which will be attained is 500 meters, that is half a kilometer it is. Yes, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the maximum height attained will be, you can say, 500 meters. And let's try to calculate some extra thing. Let's suppose if I am interested in the range. What is the range it will have? The range will be given by what? It will be u square sine 120 degree, right? Okay, divided by g. Yes, that will be the range. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, so range is given by what? It is u cos theta into the time. The time is what? The time is, you can say, 2u sine 60 degree. So it will be 2u sine 60 degree cos 60 degree by g, right? So that's what it is. So what is sine of 120 degree? Who is going to tell me? What is this value? Yes, what is the value of sine 120 degree? How to calculate this? There are two ways, right? Either you say that this is sine of 180 minus 60 degree, right? Or you say that it is sine of 90 plus 30 degree, right? Yes. So if it is sine of 180 minus 60 degree, it will be how much? So sine is in the second quadrant, it is positive, so sine will remain as sine. So this will be sine of, you can say, 60 degree. Okay. Now sine of 90 plus 30 degree. So sine is, you can say, this is 90. It is in the second quadrant. Okay. So it is in the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, what it is be, sine will get converted into cos. So this will be, you can say, cos of 30 degree. Okay. And we know that both these values are equal, right? And what are these values? This value is nothing but it is, you can say, root 3 by 2, right? Yes. So sine of 120 degree value is root 3 by 2, right? So what is this? So this value is going to be, so what is the maximum range? So range is, you can say, it is u square. So that is u is 200. So 200 square into sine of 120 degree, right? So that is root 3 by 2 and divided by 10. If I take my gs to be 10 meter per second square, right? So what will be the answer here? So the range will be, you can say, this is going to be, this will be 4 and this is 2, right? So 400 and then 20 it is here and then root 3. So I think this is 2000 root 3, right? So we know that root 3 is 1.732. So root 3 is equal to 1.732. So if I multiply with 2, it is going to be 3.464. Then if it is multiplied with 1000, it is going to be 3464. Okay. So this much meter. So around 3.5 kilometers the bullet will move. Okay. So the bullet will move. So this is some extra thing which you can try. Okay, which has not been asked in the question. Okay, so the bullet will land around 3.5 kilometers, and the time which it will take is how much? It is going to take 20 seconds of the time, right? Such a short of time, and it will attain the maximum height of 500 meters. Okay, so it will attain the maximum height of 500 meters, and this was the time take. Time to reach the maximum height will be only just 10 seconds. In 10 seconds, it will reach half a kilometer. Yes, is that okay? Yes or no? Yes, Keshav, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it is like this. Okay then. Okay, let me download this one. This is question number 5. Okay. Should turn this out of it. So let's see question number 6. What does question number 6 says? An elastic loaded balloon. Okay. So there is an elastic balloon, loaded balloon, launches fires balloons at an angle of 30 degrees north of east. Okay, from the surface of the ground. If the initial velocity is 25 meter per second, find how far away from the balloon are from the launcher when they hit the level ground. Okay, again. Okay, all right. So let's see this. So what is given? This is question number 6. An elastic loaded balloon launcher. Okay, balloon. Okay, so elastic loaded balloon launcher fires balloons at an angle. Okay, so there is a balloon launcher actually, right? Okay, north of east, at an angle of north of east. So if I draw my coordinates, say this is north, and let this be south, and let this be my east, and let this be my west, right? Okay, so there is, you can say, a balloon launcher. So let me call that as some sort of a gun. Okay, which is launching at an angle of, you can say, 30 degree. It is north of east or east of north. Let's see, north of east. So north of east, we will be looking at the angle from this side, right? So this is 38 degree, right? So that has to be seen, right? The direction is important. It says north of east. Okay, so east, north of that is 38 degree, right? Sometimes it might be written as east of north. So in that case, the angle will be this. Okay, be careful on that one. Okay, so that what is from the surface of the ground. Okay, if the initial velocity is 25 meter. Okay, so here initial velocity is given as 25 meter per second, right? That is the initial velocity. Find how far away from the balloons are from the launcher when they hit the level ground. Okay, so how far? Okay, so they go like this, and they are going to land up something like this. Okay, so they are going to land up someplace like this, right? Okay, so in 3D it will be going to be like this. Okay, so we have to find how far they will go, right? Yes, so what has to be done? Yes, what has to be used over here? So basically he is interested in the range, right? He is interested in the range. Okay, since other things are not given, we will omit air drag and all those kind of things, and it will be over here. So what is the range? What is the formula for the range? We have range is equal to, it is you can say u square sine 2 alpha upon g, right? We have seen this formula, right? So he is interested in the range. So what is this value? So this is 25 square. Let's call this g as 10 meter per second square, right? So this is 10. Sine of, it is going to be 38 into 2, 74 degree, right? Yes, that what it is. Okay, so what is sine of 74?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 74 degree. What is this value? Yes, how to calculate this value? Or better is that we will use a table for this one, right? Because 74. So this is, you can say, 60 plus 14 degree. So 14 degree again we can't calculate. Okay, so okay, we can do this actually. We have a method. That method is, we call it as a Maclaurin series method, but that is again like we can calculate that particular value and we can omit the higher order terms, right? Basically in that what we do is that f of alpha. Okay, so f of alpha is, it is given as, you can say this will be, you can say this is, you can, this is the first term, so it is going to be this is 1 minus. Okay, so 1 minus, it is going to be x square, like if it is the expression is in terms of here it is in alpha, so it is going to be alpha square by 2 factorial, and then you can say this is f of alpha, like that. It is a series actually that we derive from, you can say, differential equation, or you can say by differentiation. So we can use that, but better is that since it is not of our interest, if you are taking mathematics then it becomes of interest. Since you have not taken, we will try to leave this and we will calculate the value of sine 75. In fact, sine 75 now you can use it like other methods of derivation are also there. Okay, by using derivatives you can find out. Okay, like that. For example, if suppose this is, if you take as y is equal to, if you take there is other method also, say y is equal to sine alpha if you take, or sine x, right? So you know that dy by dx, okay, this will be cos, you can say cos x, right? Okay, so this is, you can say, and delta y by delta x, if you calculate that, that is nothing but, you can say that as sine of x plus delta x. Okay, this is you can say y plus delta y, it will be y plus delta y. So this is sine of x plus delta x, so delta y will become, you can say, sine of x plus delta x, and then you take it y this side and then it will be minus sine of x. Okay, and x value you can take it as, you can say 60 degree, and delta x as 14 degree, like that you can take it. Okay, so this will be you can say delta y, and then delta x if you divide, so delta x. Okay, so then if you go on calculating, here you apply the limit, delta x tends to 0. Okay, or okay, so that is a small value, that is you can say 14. This is quite not a small, so it will give you some error, but you can say that error is permissible. Okay, in that case, because this is quite a significant value. Okay, so this is sine c, then you can say this is sine c minus sine d formula. Okay, that will become, you can say what will be that, so that will be, you can say 2 cos, it is going to be x plus delta x, so it is going to be x plus delta x by 2, and then it is going to be sine of this minus this, so it is delta x, this will be delta x by 2. Okay, and then it is delta x, right? So you divide by 2 by, okay, so that anyhow you will bring it down, so you say that limit delta x tends to 0, this limit will approach 1, this is 0, so it will give you a cos x. Okay, so cos x, this value will be, yeah, there will be an error because this value is not exactly equal to cos 60 degree. Okay, so okay, but this is like that is also an approach. You have to take value which is, because delta x is quite large, so that's why it is giving a large error over here. Okay, so that is going to be this value, and that is, this is equal to dy by dx. Okay, so dy by dx, and then you have to multiply with delta x. Okay, so like that, but it will give you a large value over here, so that is an error over here. Okay, so sine 75 degree we can use this, so 74 degree for will use the table, but there are other ways on which the calculator actually works. So one of them is, you can say this is an arithmetical method, because the delta x value is quite large here. The other value is based on the series. Okay, that is Maclaurin series. On Maclaurin series we can derive it. Okay, but those are like the aspect, like in mathematics we are going to use in when we use the calculus. Sine 75 degree is going to be what? So sine 75 degree is going to be, you can say, let's take that value. Sine 75 is, you can say, 0.96. Okay, so this value is 0.96. Okay, so yeah, so this is this, and then this is 625, and then if it is, we multiply with, you can say, 625, so this will be 600, then it divided by 10, so this is going to be 60 meters. Okay, so this answer will come out to be 60 meters. Okay, so it is approximately at the 60 meters it will be launched. Yes, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So let me save this. This is, you can say, question number 6, right? Oh shit, why I am doing this? Okay, now let's look at question number 7. What we have? Okay, a movie stunt diver, right? So let's say this is question number 7. Okay, a movie stunt diver on a motorcycle speeds horizontally off a 50-meter high cliff. Okay, so there is a cliff. Okay, and the cliff is 50 meters high. Okay, that what it is given to us. Okay, how fast in kilometer per hour must the motorcycle leave the cliff top if it is to land on the ground below at a distance of 90 meter? Okay, so this distance is 90 meter, and that far this bike has to be, okay, from the base of the cliff, right? Okay, so okay, this speed we have to calculate horizontally off, so it is horizontally off, right? So there is a biker. Okay, so it has to go off horizontally, so u, that what it is. Yes, so it will, the trajectory which it will follow is something like this, and it is going to land over here, right? Okay, now we have to calculate here this velocity. Okay, and this coordinate is given us, right? So what is not known is that, first thing is that we don't know what is the time. Yes, so that is unknown. If we can find out the time, we can work out on other parameters, right? So what is the time going to be? It is going to be nothing but this time is, you can say, 2 into 50 by g, right? Yes, so g is what? 10 meter per second square. Let's take that. Okay, so this will be how much? 100 by 10, that is 10 seconds. So it will take for him to come down 10 seconds, right? Yes, is that okay? Yes, is that okay or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the biker will be over here. Okay, so this is 10 seconds it has taken. Now if I have to, okay, now this horizontal distance is given to me, right? So this horizontal distance is going to be what I can say, that is x is equal to the x component, right? It is going to be, you can say, u into t. Okay, because it is u is equal to ux only here, right? Uy is 0. Okay, but g is acting downward. Okay, so it is going to be this. So this is equal to what? This is 90, and this time is 10, u into 10, right? So u has to be 9 meter per second, right? Yes, all these distances. Okay, so it is 9 meter per second, but he is asking us in kilometer per hour, right? So that is equal to, you can say, 9 into 18 by 5 kilometer per hour, right? Yes, so this is going to be what? 90 plus 72, so that is, you can say, 162 by 5. So this is, you can say, 30, this is 162, so that is 32.4 kilometer per hour, right? Yes, that is the velocity. Yes, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then there is another method. Yes, that is by conservation of energy anyhow, right? So conservation of energy, you see what is the potential energy over here. Okay, so you can say here the potential energy entirely is okay, so no, it might have some velocity over here. Okay, so this potential energy, the change in the potential energy has to be the change in the kinetic energy basically. Okay, so you can say 50 into 10 into 50 is the height, and mass is not given. Yeah, we can't apply that one because mass we need to know. Okay, okay, yeah, so we can't apply that particular thing over here because mass is not given to us, but mass will get cancelled off. Let's see. So mgh, right? mgh is equal to half mv square. Okay, so this is gone. So v square, v is under root of 2gh, right? You can remember that. So this velocity has to be what? So this is 2 into 10 into height is 50. So this is 110. Okay, so 100 and okay, so this is 2gh. Yes, is this okay? Yeah. Yeah, so some amount of actually the kinetic energy is going to be there, right? So okay, so this velocity is going to be what? So this is 500, 1000, so it is going to be 10 root 10 meter per second. Okay, so that is going to be the velocity here. It is going to, so this is going to have greater velocity, because after that also it might be possible that this is having some energy, because the entire energy is not, so this is a change in kinetic energy actually. Okay, so change in kinetic energy is equal to change in potential energy. Okay, so this will give us a change in kinetic energy, but we don't know what is the final velocity, so that will be it is, right? Okay, so like that, if we know the final velocity, then we can, the final velocity also be calculated, but that has not been asked over here. So those calculation can be done, because we know that this is ux, okay, ux it is, and then you can say, okay, if we know this, then we can calculate say vy and vx. Okay, and then we can work it on here, but here this will give the difference of, that's why this value is coming greater. Okay, after that also, that because it's not going to stop immediately. Okay, the bike is going to travel also, so this supposed to be a higher value. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. Okay, then let's see this. Okay, so this will be the valid in the case if this body has been dropped, but it is not been dropped, right? Okay, so that's why that value is coming here. Okay, okay, yes, so let's see. Okay, so we have done now question number, you can say 7 we have done, right? Okay, now let's see question number 8. Let's see question number 8. A football is kicked at 37 degrees above the horizontal. Okay. Okay, so it has been kicked above the horizontal at 20 meter per second from the player hand at 1 meter from the ground. Okay. How far did the football travel before hitting the ground? Okay. So let's see that this is the ball. Okay, and this distance is 1 meter, right? Yes. Okay, and the ball has been hit from here. Okay, so the ball has been hit at an angle of kicked at 37 degree, right? So this has been kicked at 37 degree above the horizontal at 20 meter per second. U is equal to 20 meter per second, right? From the player's hand, okay, at 1 meter from the ground. How far did the ball? Okay, so how far it is going to travel? So let's see. It is going to travel like this. Okay, and it is going to land over here, right? Yes, so that has to be the case. So let's see this. Yes, so the diagram is going to be something like this. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is, you can say this is the, you can say, range. This is the range. Okay, and after that we know now results, right? We can use those results. Okay, so this is, you can say, 1 meter. Okay, and the velocity will be same, right? Okay, so here whatever, because potential energy at this level is same, so here whatever the kinetic energy, it will have the same. So you can say here the velocity is 20 meter per second. Okay, it is going to be like this. Okay, and if you extend this, so this angle is same as 37 degree by symmetry, so this will be also 37 degree. Now we know these results, we will use these results, right? So you can say Vx is equal to 20 cos 37 degree, and Vy is equal to 20 sine 37 degree, right? Yes, that's what it is. Okay, So, and this distance, this will be given by, since there is ax is equal to 0, we will omit the air drag and all, and ay is minus of g, right? That is, we can take 10 meter per second square. Okay, so that's what it is, right? So how far did the ball travel? So we are just interested in range plus this distance x. So what is the range plus x? That what is our interest. Okay, so how to, now we can calculate it, right? Yes, can. So what is the range first? So range is going to be what? It is going to be u square sine of 74 degree, right? We already okay, we know this, we have already used this particular value. So divided by g. Okay, so this is, you can say this is 40 multiplied by sine 70, that is 0.96, right? We know that this value is 0.96. Okay, so this value is going to be how much? So this will be 40 into 0.96. Okay, so this is 40 into 0.96. Okay, so this is 38.4 meter. Okay, so this is 38.4 meter, right? Till this it is okay. Now we are interested in finding this distance. So this distance, we are going to use this particular data. So 1 meter vertical distance, right? Okay, so 1 meter distance, what is the time it will take, right? First we have to calculate the time, and then time we will use for calculating this distance. So time is going to be, you can say minus 1 is equal to, this is uy. So let's calculate this value. What is 20 into sine 37 degree? So 20 into sine 37 degree, right? So this value is 12. Okay, so this is 12 meter per second. So it is going to be, you can say 12, and this value is going to be, you can say uy. So it is minus of theta, so it is minus t. T is the time for this journey, and it is going to be minus half gt square. That is, you can say g is 10 t square, right? So this will be, you can say 5t square plus 12t, okay, and minus 1 equal to 0. So what is the time? So time is going to be for this will be, you can say minus 12 plus and minus, okay. So that is going to be 12 square, that is 144, minus 20 it is, I think this is by. There is some error. Okay, I have to consider only one sign, right? Otherwise I have to consider this as plus. Okay, so this is going to 12 plus this 144, and this is going to be, you can say, just wait, and some error is there on. So this is going to be, I think this is okay. So this will be minus 12, this is 144, and this is going to be plus 20. Yeah, it will be this divided by 2 into 5. So what is this time? This time is, you can say 144 plus 20. So this is 164 around. So 164, I can say this is 13. Okay. So 13 minus 12 upon 10. So this is, you can say 1 by 10, 0.1 second. Okay. So time for this journey is 1 meter. This is 0.1 second. Okay. The other negative value we are going to leave it. So you can say this x is equal to what? This is equal to, you can say 20 cos 37 degree into 0.1, right? So this is 2 cos 37 degree. So you can say cos 37 is equal to this, and this multiplied with 2, right? So this is 1.5, 1.6 meter approximately. Yes, so this value is 1.6 meter. So the total distance traveled is equal to what? The total distance traveled is equal to, it is 38.4 meter plus 1.6 meter, right? So that will make it 40 meter. So the ball will travel around 40 meters, okay, before landing. This is the ground, right? The ground is 1 meter below it. So it will travel around this distance of 40 meter. Yes, is that okay?
Yes, sir.